Praise to the Most High Yah, Shama's holy beloved Son, Yahawa Adonai. That's right, Jesus the Messiah. Salute, saints. It's your brother Remain True, Yaram, Yahawa. We're going to kick into some more good edification for you elect, your saints. Again, witnessing this gospel of the kingdom unto all nations, all right? For testimony unto them, all right? So on Judgment Day, they can't say they weren't warned. So right now we're going to be dealing with something critical about this hour that we're in. And it's basically proving that the Great Tribulation is ending and not beginning. All right. So let's look at Daniel's prophecy in chapter 9, I believe, 9 or 10. Let's get to Daniel real quick and deal with this whole 70 weeks thing. All right. Because one thing about these false prophets in the Christian church, they always love to talk about the 70 weeks when trying to determine the destruction of the temple, the Great Tribulation, and the so-called building, the rebuilding of the temple, which is a third temple to be destroyed in order for the Antichrist to come and Jesus to make a return. It's so sad and it's so pathetic. So right here, I just want to let you know, elect, holy elect of Israel, you guys need to know that your redemption is drawing nigh, all right? Fear not. Your tribulation is ending, Israel, okay? Your tribulation is ending, all right? So, so chapter 9, dealing with the 70 weeks, we're going to start at around verse 24. Daniel 9 and 24. All right, and some simple mathematics and estimations of time will help us get this whole thing cleared up so easily. All right, when you deal with what already has occurred and what prophecies has been fulfilled. Okay, all right. So here we go. Daniel 9 and 24. 70 weeks are determined upon thy people and upon thy holy city to finish the transgression, and to make an end of sins, and to make reconciliation for iniquity, and to bring in everlasting righteousness, and to seal up the vision and prophecy. Come here, you can come listen. It's okay. All right, well, listen to this, my sister. Your redemption draweth nigh. Your big brother, the Lord Jesus Christ, is coming to get you, all right? And take you back home to your own land, which is Israel, all right? Right. Because he said during this rapture that they always taught us about in church, well, that rapture is really dealing with him taking his people out of all the lands that he led them away captive in and bringing them back to their own land, okay? And that's very near. The signs in the heaven proves it. Right. The vision John had in Revelation was dealing with a woman, a great wonder in heaven. He saw a woman in tribulation with a child like she was ready to give birth, okay? Well, guess what? That thing is over our heads right now, okay? And so what that means is God is showing us the sign in heaven that John told us about what happened when he was ready to let us go of these birth pains that we're in. So our land, Jerusalem, is in birth pains because we're not there, and we're in pains and tribulation because we are not there, and we are in the land of our captivity, the land of our enemies. All right, and guess what? They oppress us, they shoot us down in the street like we ain't nothing, less than a dog. Right. They never changed the fact that in the Constitution, the so-called Negro was 3/5 of a person. That never been changed. Okay, but God knows all of that. All right. And so I want to let you know, you probably haven't been taught the real gospel, because the real gospel, well, because I grew up in a church my whole life, and I never heard it preached in there, not one time. But that's all right though, because if I wouldn't have been going to church, the other things that I knew, I would have never learned. So I went there, started hearing the word, learning the word, because my mom always raised me that way. Even if my mom and my dad didn't go to church, they made me and my brothers go. Bible study, Bible vacations, Sunday school, all of that stuff, right? So the Lord always gave me that word. So when I began to hear these people say these things, that I realized was not all the way correct. It started me to do my own studying, just like he said, beware of false prophets and study for yourself. All right, and when I started doing that, and the witness of other brothers and sisters, you know, we realized that the prophecies in the Bible fits us. All right.
Yes, a lot of things fit us. Though.
It's only one. It's one prophecy in there that it only can fit one group of people, and that's in Luke 21 and 24.
You sure?
I'm positive.
I'll go home and look that up. It's gonna be there.
It's gonna be right there. Luke 21, 24. The Lord Jesus said, the days of vengeance is coming. It's gonna be wrath upon his people, and that they will be led away captive into all nations, and the heathen nations would be in their land until the time of the heathen nations is fulfilled.
I was just reading Peter's on the bus.
With who?